Hello, this is Boxing Talk with Sean. This is my first video, and it's in response to a lot of the good work I've seen over the last few years and a lot of the great videos that have come out in the YouTube boxing community. I just wanted to take the opportunity to make my own video. Since this was a weekend of great fights, I wanted to start with this weekend. So first off, Lucien Bouteille's defense of his super middleweight championship. This was his 6th straight KO victory, showing his clinical use of technique and his power to effectively win with everybody that he's fought. In this time he had one tough fight that was controversial, but since then he's come back and he's been a dynamo going through the 168-pound division. Everybody is very excited to see him against the winner of Froch and Ward, which I also will think will be a great fight regardless of who of the three ends up getting in the ring together. I would also like to see him fight Jean Pascal to see who is the best Canadian fighter at this time. That would be a great fight, and of course in Canada it would be well received, especially in Quebec. There's been talk that he is going to get a fight with Kelly Pavlik in November. This fight may have been good a few years ago, but at this time I think Pavlik, he hasn't been very active. He's had lots of personal problems, and I just don't think that he is anything more than a stepping stone. Well, the name will look good on Bouteille's record. I don't think it will actually mean too much as far as interested boxing fans. Moving on to Bam Bam Rios' defense of his championship. It was a great follow-up fight to his fight that he won the championship belt from. He went against a very tough fighter. Everybody expected it to be a slugfest, and that's exactly what it was. And it came down to exactly what he said. The person with the best chin would be the one that won. And in this case, he is the bigger man, and obviously the younger man and fresher man. And I think a lot of that benefited him as he was able to wear Antillon down. It'll be interesting to see who he fights next. If you have anybody you'd like to see, I'd be interested to hear your comments. And then, of course, after all of that, we end up coming to the Paul Williams fight. I don't really understand what his promoters were thinking, putting him in with a southpaw, considering that his worst fights have always come against southpaws since he's so open for left hooks. This fight just made him look ineffective and not nearly the fighter that he used to be, or at least the fighter that we thought he was. It would have been more interesting to see him take an easier fight against a conventional fighter and to build his confidence, and then to have then moved on to a tougher fight. I thought Lara did a great job being able to avoid, stick and move, hit him with counter left hooks all night. I mean, Paul Williams was busy, which is consistent for him, but I think it was ineffective. He didn't really do too much damage to Lara except with the big headbutt he gave to him, and other than that I think he didn't look very confident, and he left the ring, I think, really not too sure of himself, and I don't know what his support staff actually thinks either. And then calling for a Sergio Martinez fight is ridiculous at this point. I mean, there's a lot of good fights we'd like to see, like Sergio Martinez Floyd Mayweather, which would be a great fight, or even Sergio Martinez against many of the younger fighters in the division at 168, which once they can get some hype behind them would be maybe a little more interesting. Paul Williams, I don't think he's finished by a long shot, but I definitely think that for the next few fights he needs to pick a few fighters that make him look good and will build his confidence before he expects to step in the ring with a veteran southpaw like Sergio Martinez. Please, I'm looking forward to your input. This is my first video, so sorry if it's not so polished. See you next time. Thank you.